Is life really better over there? $1 million question. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Feyi Mac. I'm a YouTuber based in Toronto, Canada. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's actually going to be a Q&A, so I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. In fact, even before you watch it, just give it a thumbs up, okay? It's free to subscribe, it's free to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment. Please go ahead and do those things. Very, very important. Please, it's free. Biko, abeg, ejo, dalu. It's going to be a Q&A video, so I hope it's going to be fun for you to watch. Let's get right into it. So a few weeks ago, I asked you guys to send me questions about living in Canada and life in Canada as a new immigrant, since that's kind of the purpose of this channel as well. So I wanted you to send me questions, and you guys sure did send a lot of questions. And I'm going to be picking as many as I can to cover in this video. If I can't cover your question in this video, I'll do so in another Q&A video. But thank you very much for sending in your questions, and I hope you enjoy. How is life like for a single lady that just relocated to Canada? Is it easy to make new friends? Yes, it's easy to make new friends because there are a lot of support groups, lots of WhatsApp groups that you can make friends off of. You could literally make lifelong friendships from those kind of groups. Shout out to my people. You guys know yourselves. You guys know yourselves. But yeah, WhatsApp groups, at work, you can make friends anywhere. I'd say it's relatively easy to make new friends, yes, because I find that Canadians are very friendly. So it depends on you too, right? If you're uptight, it might not be easy for you to make new friends. If you're a friendly person, of course, you're going to make new friends. You can literally meet some random person on the street and discuss, like, they will tell you their whole life history right there. That's how some people are. They would literally tell you their whole life history and you'd be like, whoa, okay. You know, so I think it's pretty easy and pretty fair to make new friends. It depends on the city you go to as well. In a place like Toronto is the most diverse city in the world, so there are a lot of people here, a lot of young professionals, so it's going to be easy to find people that you have common interest with. But maybe in other cities, I found that you'd be able to make some quality friendships, because in some smaller cities they kind of like to support each other and be that shoulder that you can lean on. So I think it's fairly easy in general to make new friends. What happens if your PR card is lost or not delivered? So for those that don't know, the PR card is your permanent residency card that proves your status as a permanent resident in Canada. And when you're traveling out of the country, you want to make sure that you have that card. So sometimes people soft land and they leave without their card, or the card gets lost or stolen, like this person has said. Make sure you report to the police, and you also call IRCC to get a replacement card. How do you connect and build relationships with other races outside work? I mean, if you go out, you're going to meet people. Like when you go out to the beach or you go out to tourist attractions, CN Tower, you know, you're downtown Toronto regularly, you're going to meet people that would chat you up, or, you know, you can strike conversations with people. Like I said, you could literally just be outside standing on your street and somebody's going to like download their whole life history to you, you know. So you can make friends that way. I feel like you don't have to go looking for friendships like that, especially if it's not like professional networking, you know, that you're trying to use to get a job or something. If it's just regular friendships, just let it happen naturally, right? It's good to make friends with other races just because there's a lot to learn. If you're in school, of course, you're going to make friends in school. But aside that, yeah, just in your daily life, I mean, if you're commuting to work, coming back, all those kind of things, you're going to meet people, you're going to create relationships. Yeah, that's what I guess. Sorry, I really can't help you because I'm not the friendliest person in the world. Okay, next question. Edmonton versus Calgary, pick one. You guys are trying to put me in trouble. You guys, my Edmonton people, my Calgary people, I hail you. How far? How's it going? People have warned me that Edmonton and Calgary are not the only cities in Alberta. So this question is going to trigger people. But okay, question is Edmonton versus Calgary. Pick one. Calgary. Now, I've never been to either of them. I know, please judge me. I don't even mind, just judge me. Just Google the cost of flight tickets from Toronto or from even when I was in Halifax to Alberta. It's ridiculous. I might as well just fly to the US, you know? But now I'm going to start exploring Canada. I'm going to go to Calgary soon enough. I'll probably go to Edmonton as well. But from what I know so far about, life there, of course I'll pick Calgary. Just because I feel like there are way more opportunities in Calgary than Edmonton. Again, I might just be speaking in oblivion here. Like I really don't know because I've not lived there. But I mean, just do an Indeed search of jobs in Calgary and in Edmonton, and you're going to see the results. Most people in Alberta are located in Calgary, so that would be more of the big city vibe. That would be the big city. So if you're a big city girl, I'd say, or guy, sorry, I would say Calgary. If not, Edmonton is also nice and quiet, I think. And you probably will enjoy either of them. I've heard that they're really, really beautiful cities. Alberta in general is a beautiful province. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures, but it's like something out of a storybook. Like, forget it. Whether you're in Calgary or Edmonton, you'll be fine. Just focus on where you can get a good job in your field. And I think that's what should drive your choice between the two. What is your view on Newfoundland for new immigrants? I think Newfoundland is good. It's very similar to Nova Scotia. So if you're the kind of person that likes very nice, scenic, quiet cities or towns, I think you would really like Newfoundland. Of course, it's very affordable. It's a great place to land if you're limited, if you have limited funds, and if you just want a place to settle, maybe temporarily, and then if you like it, you can now decide to stay there permanently. But I know that there are people that are working in Newfoundland and they're okay. I know that they usually have flooding, like serious flooding in Newfoundland, but I'm sure it's just specific areas. So just do the research to show what areas are safe and what areas suffer massive flooding, and make sure that you're not in one of those areas that would end up getting you stressed out from flooding and issues with the weather. I know that just like Nova Scotia, sometimes there's a lot of snow dump, so there's a lot of snow in Newfoundland as well. I think it's a beautiful province. You're going to enjoy it if you like peace. Just like Nova Scotia, I really enjoyed Nova Scotia. It was very peaceful. But yes, that's what I would say. I would enjoy it personally if I could get a good job in Newfoundland or in Nova Scotia. But think about the jobs. Just think about the jobs. I feel like the jobs should be number one. So what field are you in? Search online on Indeed.ca, on Glassdoor.ca. Check the kind of offers that are there for your specific field and see if it's worth it to move there just to save money or for like a more quiet lifestyle. Think about that. Okay, next question. The kids' education when they join, what is it like? I feel like the kids would enjoy schooling here. I have 3 nieces, if you don't know, and they're all here, and they're always so excited about school. Like I've never seen children so excited about school before. I feel like it also depends on where you are, the province or the city. Different schools have different ratings, so look at the ratings, see how good the schools are. That would of course translate to the experience that your children would have at those schools. So I think that the kids really enjoy, because honestly, what do they even do compared to Nigerian schools? I don't even want to get into it. If you're a mom, I'm not a mom, so I don't want to talk too much. If you're a mom, comment in the box below, in the comment section. Do they really challenge these kids? I feel like when the kids come here, they forget a lot of things that they knew before if you're not very conscious about homeschooling as well. So if they just go to school and that's all, they come home, you don't give them assignments, you don't give them anything, they're going to forget a lot of things that they already knew back in Nigeria. In Nigeria, that in primary 1, they're already teaching you 2 times 2, 2 times 3. Here, there's really not much that they're teaching them. I don't know. I feel like they start with soft skills, and you find that even from what they're learning in school, your kids might become a bit more compassionate and more like to be sweeter, softer, I think. But in terms of like those math skills and things like that, I feel like they might slack a little bit in the beginning just because the schools are not really putting pressure on them to learn those things so fast like we do in Nigeria. So, I mean, moms, please comment below. This question is for you because I'm not a mom. So, let's see what the answers would be in the comment section. But I feel like your kids will enjoy going to school here. There are a lot of exciting things. You know, they do a lot of exciting things in their school. They have family movie nights. I think like student movie nights, all those kind of things. They have fun things that they do here, and I think it will be very exciting for them. What's the best province for job opportunities and affordable cost of living? This is like an oxymoron, such that it's very difficult to find a place that has great employment opportunities or job opportunities and a good cost of living at the same time. But my answer is Alberta. And my Alberta people are going to come and be like, hey, yeah, whatever. It's okay, it's okay. I'm giving you this one because honestly, you guys have the best of both worlds. You guys have great jobs. Canada's oil is mainly from Alberta, so they have oil and gas there, which can be good and can be bad, but they have oil and gas, so a lot of really good jobs in that field are in Alberta. And they also have very low tax, so their HST on on products and GST as well is like 5%. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, we're paying 13% in Ontario. In Nova Scotia, I was paying 15% on everything I bought. So in Alberta, that's 5%. That's a big difference. And then things are just way cheaper. Like housing is cheaper, everything is cheaper, and you can live in the core of the downtown like Calgary and still not be spending a lot of money compared to how much you'd be spending in downtown Toronto. So yeah, I would say Alberta is great for job opportunities and affordable housing together. If you're looking specifically for job opportunities, definitely Ontario is where you need to be, but Ontario is not cheap. Living in Ontario is not cheap. There are a lot of cities in Ontario that are affordable, but those are not the places that have the kind of job opportunities you're asking about. Job opportunities, GTA, Toronto specifically, and then outwards from there. But if you want affordable living along with that, then you probably just want to be in Alberta and manage the harsh weather and the dwindling oil prices that affect people's jobs and things like that. I mean, I feel like there's no perfect province at this point because there are a lot of things. Alberta would have been perfect for me, but the weather is very harsh. I know some people, my Alberta people, they always say, oh, if you can manage -20 in Ontario, it's okay. You can manage -40, -45 real feel in Alberta. No, I can't. I can't manage -45 real feel. I can't manage snow in September or October. I can't do it. Hey guys, I'm joking. I like to troll my Alberta people, but they're doing well. Everyone's doing well. That would be the only place that you can get the kind of combination you're looking for, job opportunities and affordable living at the same time. Alberta. Is life really better over there? $1 million question. Okay. In case you don't know, this is my 5th year in Canada, and I have not for one day regretted moving here. Now, will that be the exact same story for everybody else? Maybe not. Some people are better off in Nigeria, some people are better off abroad. Let me emphasize that Canada is not for everybody. Some people will come here and they would hate it because there's a lot of law and order here. You have to be a certain way to be able to survive here. If not, you mess yourself up. And I have a video on that. I don't know. I'll link it up here if it's already ready to go. My life has been better, yes. But I don't know what it would be for you. So I can't tell you, oh yeah, Canada is a bed of roses. Your life is going to be better here. It will change for the better. I don't know how it would be for you, but for me, Canada has been a land of opportunities. I've achieved objectives and targets that I didn't even know that I could achieve by now. Someone asked me, do you have any idea about footballing in Canada? No, I don't. I don't even have any idea about footballing in Nigeria. I don't know. I mean, I know about this Nigerian guy that is now like this huge football star here in Canada, but I don't know anything. I just know that guys go for soccer games like every Saturday or something. I know that they're big on that. Like people in our community, they make sure that they have their weekend soccer games, which is cool. I mean, it's good to bond that way with something they have passion for. But I don't know if you're talking about professional football. I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry, I can't help you. But maybe just Google it and see what comes up. I have no idea. I don't know any footballers or anything like that. Yeah. Is there puff puff in Canada? Of course, there's puff puff in Canada. I can't remember who asked me this question. There's puff puff in Canada. Everything you want is here. Okay, it's just how much are you willing to pay for it? I used to buy puff puff like one puff puff per dollar, I think. Like, yeah, because you pay $5 for, yeah, you pay $5 for like a 5 or 6 puff puff pack. I can't believe I used to do that. Yeah, I did that for a while in Halifax, and then I went and bought a whole bag of flour and all the other ingredients. Yeast, did I buy yeast? I bought yeast because I wanted to learn how to bake. But yeah, I went and bought flour and I made puff puff by myself. I started making it by myself, but at the end of the day, I stopped because it's just too much stress. I mean, I like puff puff, great, but the energy is not equal to the to the benefit. But yes, there's puff puff in Canada. Amalagbegri and we do everything, pounded yam, proper pounded yam. Yes, everything is here. It's just that you gotta spend this money and you have to make sure you don't convert to Naira because you will never buy. Just learn how to make it yourself. It's much cheaper. Hi there. Should one totally quit their government jobs before moving to Canada? Thanks. Okay, so some people don't quit their government jobs before they come to Canada. So whether they come to Canada permanently or not is up to them. But I know that some parastatals will give you like a 1-year leave or something if you require one. So if you do not have to compulsorily quit your job before arriving in Canada, temporarily or permanently, then of course take that opportunity. But yeah, it depends on your organization, your government job, your parastatal. I don't know what the policy is, but I have heard this and I know that some people take advantage of that opportunity. I've worded this as politically correct as I could. Next question. How is dating in Canada? I'm going to link a video up here. It's by my friend Chika. She has videos about dating in Canada, and I feel like it's very interesting for you to go watch and see what it's like to date in Canada. She's talked about the different dating apps and her experiences, like her personal experiences. So if you're interested in information about dating in Canada, definitely go subscribe to her channel, thumbs up her videos as well. It really helps. Okay, and the final question I'm taking today is, for an international student coming to Nova Scotia, what should one expect? I actually just did a video about my first time in Canada, and I feel like you should watch that video because that was my raw first impression of Nova Scotia when I first landed as an international student. So please watch that video. But note that in Nova Scotia, there's so many institutions that vary from small to large institutions. So Dalhousie is there. It's a big university. There's St. Mary's is a big university. There's MSVU, which is more on the smaller side. So your experience is going to vary. But what you should expect to be hardworking. Don't expect that anything would be handed to you on a gold platter, okay? Just make sure that you're ready for that change. The grading system is not the same. Expect your professors to want to engage you, to make you speak. expect all the white and non-black students to look at you when they bring up topics about Boko Haram or bring back our girls or corruption in African countries, depending on the course you're taking. But anything that has to be Africa, just expect people to look back at you as if you're the body of knowledge for that kind of thing. It's so funny because it's the same way. It's the same thing I do to Americans now. Like when I see Americans and I meet them here, I'm like, oh, so what do you think about Trump's new policy about this and that? What do you think about? And then they start defending, like, oh, like they're actually not a fan, blah 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 blah. It's so funny, but that's the same. It's kind of the same thing. Expect that people would look to you for information about Africa. Expect that people would ask if you know Kojo from Ghana, just because you say you're from Nigeria. Oh God. It's very funny, but again, I'll refer you to that video for international students. I gave a lot of tips there, things that you should expect, things that can help you do better as an international student. And yeah, I feel like you're going to learn a lot from that video, and I'll do more videos about this as well. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for sending all your questions. Thanks to all the people that sent me questions about living in Canada, not about how to get to Canada. I got a lot of questions about that as well. I'll try to do a different Q&A when I'm talking about that topic. I feel like I already talked about that topic enough, and I'll continue to do that. But yeah, I just wanted this video to be about living in Canada and about life in Canada. So thanks for sending in your questions. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned one or two things from it. Yeah, if I'm doing another Q&A, I'll post it on my Instagram. So if you're not following me, definitely do that. The handle is feyi.mac. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram so that you can participate in my next Q&A. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.